I think it's great that finally we have a Bitcoin ETF, because there's many people that would own Bitcoin through an ETF. What I really like about it is it's sending a signal that the era of the crypto cowboy is over, and that now financial services companies that are forced and want to be regulated, because that's how they do business, can start to embrace crypto technology, including digital payment systems, into their portfolios. And so the first step is this Bitcoin ETF, and it was well received, and obviously you could argue some element of Bitcoin's appreciation, because it's been a great asset class in the last 2 years, is as a result of the demand through the mark-to-market and spot pricing of the creates that you have to do in an ETF. You need the coin.
You won't believe what Kevin O'Leary from Shark Tank just revealed about cryptocurrencies. The same man who once called Bitcoin a giant nothing burger has now drastically changed his tune. In a shocking turn of events, Mr. Wonderful has gone from crypto skeptic to having a massive 20% of his entire portfolio invested in digital assets like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and more. That's right, the iconic investor has tripled down on crypto in just the last year alone. O'Leary says cryptocurrencies are now the most exciting part of his multi-million-dollar portfolio. But it doesn't stop there. In his latest interviews, he shares bold predictions that cryptocurrency payments will become the norm within 5 years as the ecosystem evolves with better regulations and cost efficiency. He's so gung-ho about the future of crypto that he's actively investing in companies building out the infrastructure like exchanges, wallets, and environmentally friendly mining operations. You don't want to miss hearing directly from Kevin himself as he drops insight after insight on where crypto is headed next.
I use it as a 5% weighting, right beside gold at a 5% weighting, and I trim it every quarter based on its appreciation or decline of value, because it's liquid, and I obviously use exchanges that are compliant to do that. But I don't know why anybody, you don't need to bet the farm on Bitcoin, but why not use it the same way you would for an alternative asset like gold? So there you have it. I mean, there's lots of opportunity, and within our operating company's portfolio now, 20% is in crypto. Last year I was at 7.
Yeah.
So now I'm at 20, and now we have 32 positions on. It's the most exciting part of my portfolio, the most volatile. I mean, it's all over the map every day. You know, part of this came through my relationship with FTX. I'm a shareholder in FTX, as well as a paid spokesperson. I have to disclose that. I love what Sam is building there, you know, and I use my FTX wallet, obviously. But I also own HBAR, I own Polygon. I just put a position on in Polygon after you know, meeting Sandeep. I love his vision of reducing gas fees, particularly, you know, for people that can't afford to spend that much on ETH. But he's aggregating transactions and passing them through in one, saving a ton of money. I love that idea. Just got into Helium, also Avalanche, Solana. I'm a big believer in that. I've got 32 aggregate positions. Those are some of the larger positions. And so I don't know which one's going to win. Nobody knows. But certainly, you know, Ethereum's too slow for me as a financial services guy. So I'm hoping that Solana ends up being something much faster. It's got the backing of Sam Bankman-Fried, which is always a good thing. But there's a lot of new ideas, and I'll back any entrepreneur that has something of value. I'm not so much onto the, you know, for lack of a better word, the shit coins. I want something to show economic potential and to create value somewhere. But it doesn't mean you can't have fun with crypto. You know, if you want to trade some Dogecoin, great.
Doge on Mars and stuff.
That's all fun. It's like going to Las Vegas.
Some healthy speculation isn't too bad, right?
Yeah, and I'm also very, very interested in seeing policy come through on stablecoins, because in many of my operating companies, we have large cash positions. We're making 22 basis points. If I can lend out a contract for 30 days at 4% on, you know, USDC or whatever, there's many ways to go on stablecoins, but we really need policy there, because my auditors and my compliance departments will not let me put on a significant position on stable.
The age of the crypto cowboy is over, according to O'Leary, and big money is taking over in a serious way. So buckle up and watch these mind-blowing interview clips to hear Kevin's latest takes on Bitcoin, Ethereum's big problems, the most promising altcoins, and why he thinks countries like Abu Dhabi are positioned to dominate the future of this booming industry. O'Leary's conviction in cryptocurrencies is evident in his portfolio allocation. He revealed that within his operating company's portfolio, 20% is now dedicated to crypto investments, up from a mere 7% the previous year. This near tripling of his crypto exposure demonstrates his growing confidence in the asset class. O'Leary's crypto holdings span a diverse range of projects with a total of 32 positions. Among his most significant investments are popular cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, Avalanche, Polygon, and FTX token. He views this diversification as a strategic approach, as he acknowledges the uncertainty surrounding which projects will ultimately succeed.
I think that in the next 5 years, digital crypto, digital payment systems, the Stablecoin Act going through Congress, these are all positive elements to where we're going with this technology. It's going to make it more efficient, more transparent, faster, cheaper. I understand a lot of people don't like Bitcoin, and they shouldn't own it then. But I certainly own it. To me, it's just digital gold. The truth is, the majority of the world's managed money, trillions and trillions of dollars, has this much Bitcoin. Zero. And they're never going to put it on their balance sheets until they get the regulatory environment to give them the rules, then the compliance department to say okay, then the ESG committee to say okay, and the ethics committee to say okay. So they don't want coin that's mined in China, for example, because it burned coal. That's the ESG guys coming in and weighing in. So this is forcing a change. It's not changing the nature of a coin that's awarded, but people want to know the provenance of the coin. Yeah, I'm very, very interested in, as an investment thesis, and this is not only in Canada, but globally, show me the jurisdictions that are issuing crypto exchange licenses, because that's the infrastructure of crypto forever. And so UAE, United Arab Emirates, particularly Abu Dhabi, Brazil, Argentina, Switzerland, the UK. I'm using a vehicle called WonderFi, a company that's a Canadian company. They own the largest crypto exchange in Canada. They bought BitBuy. They're looking at other opportunities all over the world, I assume. That's what the management, has said to the market. And I'm very interested in, investing in that, because I'm hoping what they're going to do is a roll-up of exchanges globally. And what better place than Canada, because Canada has been so accommodative in issuing the very first crypto license. The other area that really intrigues me, and what I like about WonderFi, is they have both centralized wallets and decentralized. So where they're allowed to provide a decentralized wallet, which that means when you acquire a customer, they can keep both wallets active. Maybe your NFTs are in a decentralized and you're keeping your coin in a centralized wallet for security reasons. But the point is they have both. I love infrastructure, so I also have a position in BitZero, which is also private, but building the Norway model. That's infrastructure, data centers, and Bitcoin mining. They're looking at many opportunities around hydro stateside. And then, of course, there's Immutable Holdings. They're the infrastructure for NFTs. They own NFT.com. I'm a shareholder. Jordan Freed is the CEO there. These are all infrastructure plays. That company, again, went public in Canada. HOLD is the stock. I think the challenge we still have is FTX is gone. Binance is being litigated into oblivion. Both those founders are waiting sentencing. Binance CEO is now a felon. So if you're an institution that had an account on there, your compliance department probably isn't going to let you keep it. So where does all that go? That is going to Abu Dhabi with the new M2 exchange. And I'm a shareholder in that through a public company on the ADX over there called Phoenix Technology. I'm a big believer in owning the platforms that are compliant. So the Canadians have it. WonderFi is their largest. It's got 1.6 million accounts, completely regulated by the OSC, which is their version of the SEC. We don't actually have an exchange here yet that's clean with the SEC, because the SEC is still suing Coinbase. So we've still got some work to do domestically, but there's only 40% of coin held in the United States. The other 60% is abroad, and that's where M2 is just sucking up all the assets. So, and that is completely compliant with the ADGM. So the best way to look at this is we should applaud the early miners that, built up capacity here in the United States, but they are essentially the pioneers with the arrows in their back, because the capital is going to move away from them and it's going to go to the new generation of miner, which is the Norway model, as I call it. We're building these in almost every state here in America that has hydro. We're very fortunate because we have access to the latest technology. Now we own our coin. Now we've mined it ethically. Now we've mined it all green. We do not have to be audited for carbon, because there's no carbon. It's 100% hydro. And so in doing so, we are not only capturing unused hydroelectricity, we've got the latest state mining equipment, which uses 40% less energy. We're taking the heat from the stacks and creating a hydroponic facility that grows tomatoes and a canning plant beside it, because in northern Norway, there's not that much sun for tomatoes. We're integrated into the community. We are creating a new power source for all the citizens in that 3,000 person village. That is the new mining.